Just 1 year ago, Ryan Leaf was a hero, taking the Washington State Cougars to their first Rose Bowl in 67 years. But that was then. Today, the NFL's #1 draft pick seeks his first ever NFL victory, while the NFL's #2 choice looks to return to his winning ways. It's 1 versus 2 here on CBS. From the RCA Dome in downtown Indianapolis, it's the NFL on CBS. Today, it's the Battle of the Young Guns, Part 1. Ryan Leaf and the Chargers face Peyton Manning and the Indianapolis Colts. Afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Indy. I'm Gus Johnson, along with Steve Tasker. Peyton Manning, Ryan Leaf, forever linked after being selected 1 and 2 in the 1998 NFL Draft. They meet for the first time today, and many feel that by the time their careers are over, they'll be talked about in the same breath as guys like John Elway and Dan Marino. And like Elway and Dan Marino, starting as a rookie quarterback in this league, very difficult.
Well, when they drafted these two guys, everybody knew that they were going to struggle. And now that they're into the season and they are struggling, all of a sudden, everybody's impatient with their progress. What Peyton Manning brings to the Indianapolis Colts is a mature, smooth leader who's very, very level-headed emotionally. And he told us that while he is frustrated with what problems they've had, he knows that he's going to be a better quarterback when they come through all these problems. Ryan Leaf, on the other hand, has struggled on the field as well. And he's also had a verbal war with the media. He told us, says, hey, I'm a stubborn, strong-willed guy, and I don't like people I don't know telling me what I can and can't do. While that attitude may sit well with some, that's exactly the type of temperament a lot of great quarterbacks in the National Football League have possessed. Today we're going to get our chance to see which of these guys takes the next step toward being the quarterback that both these teams believe they have drafted.
All right, Steve, the Colts won the toss. They have elected to receive the football. John Carney kicking off for San Diego. They come into this game with the 2-2 record. Back deep, Keith Elias along with Lamont Warren for the Colts. Elias, the former Princeton star, has been getting the bulk of the returns so far this season. And the Colts 0-4 on the year. And we're underway from Indy. Elias from the goal line. And Keith Elias over the 20. The former Giant up to the 23-yard line. A return of 23 yards. And here he comes, Peyton Manning, the #1 overall selection. As you take a look at the numbers, 11 interceptions. It really stands out, and he's thrown for more yards than any other quarterback in the AFC.
Jim Mora told us yesterday if they want to exploit the secondary for the Chargers, they've really struggled. They've had a couple of injuries, and you can look for them to go to Marvin Harrison right off the bat. They're going to go deep right off the first play right here to Marvin Harrison to see if they can open it up in the first quarter.
Marvin Harrison lines up on the near side, number 88. Guarded by Terrence Shaw. Out of the offset eye, Dilger in motion. Here's the play action. Harrison got a step downfield. Oh, no, he dropped it. Marvin Harrison wide open. And Jim Mora told us what the play was going to be earlier this week.
You know,
and that's what happened.
That is football for you. You know, you call this, you get the guts to call it and pull the trigger on the opening play from scrimmage. Marvin Harrison comes open. Peyton Manning throws him to the wide side of the field, gets him open, and he just drops the football.
And Peyton's reaction, that's happened a lot to him.
That is a huge...
This year so far, a lot of drop passes by the receivers for the Indianapolis Colts. Makes it second down and 10 from the 23. Marshall Faulk, the lone setback. Here's Faulk running straight ahead, and Marshall Faulk wrapped up by Marshall Coleman. No gain on the play. Offensively, for the Indianapolis Colts, their line, 2 second-year players, 1 first-year guy, Glenn Meadows, second year, McKinney, first year, along with Lewinberg and Mandarin. And the back-end receivers, Jerome Payson, a rookie out of Washington. They liked him at wide receiver. And Greg Ironhead Hayward got into camp on Wednesday. He is in the starting lineup on Sunday. 3rd down and 11 from the 22. Manning out of the shotgun. Manning, far side, incomplete.
couldn't step into the throw. He had Lamont Warren wide open right in the flat where he wanted him, but because of the pressure in his face, he had to throw the ball while retreating, and he couldn't get enough on it.
Marvin Harrison dropping the first play from scrimmage for the Colts, and he had a lot of green in front of him. That was almost a short touchdown. And that brings on the punting unit. Laterio Rashal back deep for San Diego. Chris Gardocki standing in his own 7-yard line. Left-footed punter, high, spiraling kick. Rashal at the 28. Laterio Rashal up to the 32-yard line. Special team tackle made by Chris Hetherington. A 50-yard punt and 8-yard return. Ryan Leaf, 9 turnovers in the last 2 weeks, a 9.63 quarterback rating. Now keep in mind, Steve Young and Randall Cunningham, their quarterback ratings 115. So Leaf, he's got a long way to go.
It's a long season, but I don't know if he's going to get back up to a 115 rating by the end of it. So what you can expect here today is Ryan Leaf turning around and handing the ball off to number 20, Natron Means. They are going to do that an awful lot today. This Colts defense has allowed 485 yards in rushing in the last 2 weeks.
Worst against the rush in the NFL. First down for San Diego from the 39. Leaf passing on first down. This is Ryan Still with the catch at the 44-yard line. They're not listening to us, Gus. Tyrone Poole with the tackle. Offensively for San Diego, left side of that line totally revamped. John Jackson over from Pittsburgh, Taylor from Green Bay, Fort from Atlanta, along with McKenzie and Parker. And the backs and receivers. Natron Means last week, only 11 carries. They got down early to the Giants 21-0 and were forced to throw the football. Second down and 3 from the 46. Here's Natron Means, and he is stood up at the line of scrimmage. Tony McCoy gets to him first and drives him backwards. The gang tackling Colts defense.
Rusty Tillman, the defensive coordinator.
Not a lot of stars on this defense. Tony McCoy, Ellis Johnson, though. Great game last week against New Orleans. They're the tackles. And the linebackers, Harrod, veteran, along with Alexander and Morrison. And in the secondary, the corners are very good. Jeff Burris, Tyrone Poole, Blackman, and Belcher are the safeties. Makes it third down and 2 from the 47. They need to get to the 49-yard line. Ryan Leaf standing in the pocket, and it's picked up. Elijah Alexander with the interception, and he gets out of bounds at the 45. So the turnovers continue for Ryan Leaf.
The 116th consecutive start today. Bledsoe give a little signal to his receiver on the 37, second down and 10, and the handoff goes to the swerving rookie Robert Edwards, who picks up 4. Running the football has been a concern for the Patriots early in the season.
Robert Edwards got to replace Curtis Martin. This is a draw. You notice the quarterback came, looked downfield for an instant. As you watch Robert Edwards run right there, though, he hesitated at the line of scrimmage just a little bit. All you're doing is allowing the defense to close on you. You've got to decide what you're going to do and hit it. The coaches last night told us, when we were talking to the different coaches, unnamed as they wanted to be, that he's got to learn to accept the hole and go.
Third down and long, 5 from the gun. Bledsoe again flush from the pocket and throws a strike, and a first down catch made by Troy Brown. He picks up 6. He makes his 12th catch of the year. And Brown, who has kind of worked from special teams now to one of the key ingredients for this offense, gets the grab. Tyrone Drakeford makes the tackle.
Out of the shotgun, Drew Bledsoe last night told us he likes that shotgun because he feels like he can sense who's coming. And I said earlier, he's got all the shots. He could throw that ball on line to the left. He looked down the field for about 2.5 seconds before he decided to go to the left and still got it there in time.
He looks more mature to you.
Absolutely. He's grown up big time.
It is a first down from the 48, 7th play of the Patriot opening game drive. Robert Edwards makes a miss, and he gets about 11 down to the 41-yard line of the Saints, tackled by Keith Mitchell, and it's a gain of about 10.5.
You know, with your linebackers and your defensive backs are involved in the first hit, that is something else. Look at number 71 is going to pull around. This Todd Rucci. He makes the key block, and then it's Robert Edwards after that. This is what he brings to this ball club. He's a powerful back. He has not fumbled this year, although he did at the University of Georgia. A lot of people are wondering if he was going to be a fumbler in the NFL, but he has not dropped one yet.
Robert Edwards, one of 2 first-round draft choices for Pete Carroll. The other one, Bucky Jones, is on the defensive side. It is a first down in the game-opening drive from the 41-yard line for New England. Bledsoe throws high and incomplete. And again, looking for Troy Brown. He was covered by safety Rob Kelly. It'll be second down and 10.
Really, the people involved in that one is Brady Smith and Joe Johnson. Both of them big guys came in and they forced Drew Bledsoe to release the ball high. When he released it high, didn't take something off of it. It didn't drop in, just flew over everybody's head. You know, I was watching Drew Bledsoe on the very first play. Looked over to his receiver. It was a running play, second play of the game. Looked over on a running play, patted his face mask as if to give the wide receiver a signal, like a pattern, like a pass was coming. That's maturity. That's growing up in this game.
Second down and 10. They stop that play as everybody's jumping. Looked like Keith Mitchell, perhaps the starting outside linebacker, may have crossed.
You know, the guys that
Prior to the snap,
jump offside are the New England Patriots, but not this time.
They called against New England.
Oh,
he was induced. He was induced.
You can't flinch or move, even if you're in a 2-point stance as an offensive lineman. Once you have assumed the position, you are in a still move. You see, nobody's moving here. You cannot flinch. We had actually 2 people. I think that time it could have gone either way. Yeah, the movement was on the left side. It was Armstrong, but the jump came from the other side. Those defensive ends look all the way down the line, looking through the ball. They can see things happen on the other side.
With the penalty, make it second down and 15. Shotgun snap to Bledsoe. Broke 1 tackle.
And he thinks of Miami's offense. If he was playing the Denver Broncos, let's say he had a 50-yard field goal early in the game, he's going to go for it. But today against Miami, he says their offense is struggling. Let's punt it down in there. We can stop them, get it back in good field position, get another chance to get the first downs and score a touchdown, hopefully.
3rd and 8. Trebek in motion. Testaverde with time, and now delivers incomplete, intended out of the backfield for Leon Johnson.
Vinny Testaverde, good protection by the offensive line. He goes back, he looks to his left. Watch Keyshawn Johnson, his primary receiver against Sam Madison. Gets down the field. You can see the trip. Their feet collided, knocks him down. Vinny Testaverde has nowhere to go.
There's also a handful of jersey there in Mr. Madison's hand.
That is a duel today that is going to be a lot of talking going on. Both of them like to talk on the field, so see who wins the battle.
Booming punt. And into the end zone, Brian Hansen. 53-yard punt, no return. Miami's ball in a defensive battle with 8:20 to play in the first quarter.
He's a tough guy, and that's what Bobby Ross wants. A team full of tough guys that'll go out and find a way to win.
Second along 10. And that is Herman Moore, but a great defensive reaction, dropping him immediately from Walt Harris, cornerback number 27.
Yeah, Walt Harris, the corner out there, did an excellent job of reading this pattern. He saw the outside receiver go in, and Herman Moore coming back to the outside, being able to rally up and make the tackle. Now, that's a big play for this team. They got to keep these receivers in front of them if they want to win this game, Bill, today.
Harris into the game with 26 tackles, off to a good start this season on the corner for the Bears. 3rd and 10. Pressure on Batch, he eludes that. Now he just throws it out of bounds, saving the sack back there. No receiver open, but the Lions will have to punt.
Let me tell you something about Chicago Bears. They are playing some sound defense. And against the pass, they're getting a rush up front. They're corralling Barry Sanders all the way to the sideline. These guys are playing good football right now. But how long can you do that? Corral Barry Sanders? Yeah. He'll break one at some point in time, and we'll talk about that when he does.
Milburn back for John Kidd's punt. Kidd acquired from Miami after being released by the Dolphins. Milburn shakes the first tackler and gets out to the 44-yard line. 39-yard punt, but a 16-yard return. Good field position again for the Chicago Bears. It trail by 3.
Margie Brown, a rancher's wife, makes beeswax.
Tackle made by the former 49er, Tyrone Drakeford, at the corner.
And the former Bear, Tony Carter, makes the catch. They said not only is he a good blocker, but he is a good receiver out of the backfield. They brought him here to help Robert Edwards gets started in the National Football League. Good lead blocker up front, but boy, I'm telling you, in this kind of an offense, when you've got to have alternate receivers, that fullback has to catch.
He's replacing Sam Gash and Keith Byers. 3rd down and 4. Good time for Bledsoe. Throws and a backpedaling catch made by Ben Coates to the 20. It's a 1st down and a pickup of 10.
Okay, Ben, I tell you, everybody's pulling for you right here, babe, because you've had a tough year, but you are the go-to guy. Here's Ben Coates right here, going to come up. He's just going to break to the inside. Watch the touch right here by Drew Bledsoe. You see the ball is about halfway there when Ben Coates turns around. It's the only way you'll complete a pass like that with tight coverage.
Coates has caught 3, 1st and 10. Edwards shifting gears and is down to the 16, picking up 4. Tackle made by right end Joe Johnson. Here's another AFC NFC battle today, and you see in the East it's the Patriots trailing Miami, playing the Jets today by 1 game.
Really strong teams right here. The Jets may be a little bit of a disappointment, I think, around the league, and of course to Bill Parcells, because they finished so strong. They looked like they had so much promise. Vinny Testaverde, of course, going to quarterback today as they kind of decide which is the right quarterback, with Glenn Foley hurt a little bit.
So the defending AFC East champion Patriots have it 2nd down and 6. Edwards on the draw. A block from Carter. And a play that produces about 3. It may have only gained 1, but the block was there by Carter. Tackle made by Chad Cota. And in the division the Saints are in, they are tied. #1 slot with San Francisco.
Let's move them up here in front, at least for the moment. What do you say? Let's give them top billing here. 3-0, and they've done it, as Mike Ditka said, well, we just fight and scrap and claw. Maybe we didn't deserve to win 1 or 2, but if you play hard enough, long enough, you'll get those wins.
Last time that Bledsoe was down this deep, he threw a goal line interception. 3rd down and 2. Brown is in motion. Bledsoe with time, pocket down, he's hit, and down he goes. He's sacked by Joe Johnson.
That's a coverage sack. He certainly had time to do it. Joe Johnson, though, is coming off the upside right here. Here you see him. He's just going to keep pressing, keep pressing, keep pressing. Anytime you hold the ball over 3 seconds, you're going to get sacked, or you're going to be forced to scramble out of the pocket. You move within the pocket for about 3 seconds, finding the throwing lane after that, scramble, and throw it away.
So the Saints defense holds New England to a 3-point try, which is easily...
Are getting a lot of running room up the middle.
Well, they're going to start, and they're just going to start inside. And then right here, it's a nice job by Larry Allen of just turning, and also inside on Stubblefield. They just took Stubblefield, blew him down inside. Larry Allen flips his hips, and it's a major league hole.
And that will prove to be the last play of the 1st quarter, with the Cowboys getting set to go in. The score, the Redskins 7, Cowboys 3. Fox NFL Sunday will continue after these messages and a word from your local Fox station.
Young scramble, and he'll run this one. And he'll get 1st down yardage. The dangerous Steve Young running out of the backfield. It'll be 1st and 10, a 12-yard pickup for Steve Young.
And Steve Young has talked about, as we look at Wade Phillips there, you get everybody covered, and then the quarterback takes off and runs. But you talk about as you get older, you get a little smarter. He's gotten a little smarter in terms of not quite taking all those hits, because everybody in this organization knows when he takes the hits, now you're really
Gets scary.
and you're putting the offense in jeopardy. So he's learned to jump out of bounds, maybe get on the ground a little faster than normal.
Garrison Hurst on 1st down. The Bills defense.
Ball's out.
The ball is out. Buffalo has it. Recovered by Ken Irvin. Or sorry, Thomas Smith on the recovery for the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, that's just sloppy football there by the 49ers, who usually take care of ball and always preach the fundamental things like ball security. I mean, they come into this game a +5 turnover ratio. That's 3rd in the NFC. They just don't give it up. Looked like Henry Jones jumped in there, got a little bit of the rake.
I think it was Phil Hansen punching the ball out. And then it's loose on the ground. And Thomas Smith hops on it, and Buffalo, with the 2nd forced turnover against San Francisco, has the football on the 30-yard line. Rob Johnson puts Reamersma in motion. Good throw on 1st down over the middle. He's got a wide open Kevin Williams. Williams up past the 20. down to the 15-yard line before he's forced out of bounds by Tim McDonald to pick up a 15.
And it's one thing to get the turnover, but what Buffalo hasn't been able to do when they've gotten them is turn them into points. And you can see there the 49er turnover margin. I mean, you go from +5 coming into this game, which is a huge reason along with great offense that you're doing so well. And now today, they're in the -2.
And the 49ers 72-1 when they win the turnover battle in their last 73 games.
That's unbelievable.
It is. 1st and 10. It'll be Antoine Smith trying the middle of the line. Not a lot of room there.
Antoine Smith, part of that platoon of backs. Thurman Thomas, the guy who's held the position here at running back for so many years through the Super Bowl, has pretty much conceded to be the backup. However, he says he likes that role.
He does.
It takes years off my life. That's right.
Antoine Smith averages 5.5 yards per carry here in the friendly confines in Buffalo. On the road, just 2.7 per carry. 2nd down and 8. They'll pitch it out to Smith. Got room outside. Phoenix throws a block. The Niners close with good pursuit. The game.
And this is just going to be power football right at its best. Derek Smith catches them, can't do that. Marcus Patton catches and plays Shriver, you can't do that. When taking on a block, you're not there to catch. You're there to deliver a blow and then work off the guy. You're catching your beat.
Richie Cunningham for the extra point. And the Cowboys taking a 10-7 lead. So both teams have taken advantage of turnovers, but this one results in an Emmitt Smith touchdown, and Dallas leads it by a score.
Throw, you've got to catch the ball. Here's O.J. McDuffie. Let's watch what happens. Well, it's just a little hit. No penalty on that play.
Olindo Mare.